find it.
Yay, we're on.
We're on. We're on. Let's see. Now I gotta find it. Hi everybody. Hi Facebook. How are you tonight? Hi.
Yay.
You already know how this works. Hi everybody. So you're tuned in to the Art of Transparency talk show. I've got some special guests with us tonight, right? We got some silent guests and we got some great guests, and all of my guests are great. But bear with us while we share, and share. And do us a favor, share.
You share it.
Hit the share button.
Found it. I found it.
Click like, hit the share button. So, hi. As you guys come in, make sure you are muted. And we are gonna get started. We got some special guests in the house tonight. So I decided to do a show with my AOT speakers because they are amazing. And we are kind of going through the same stuff tonight, right? We're being at home, not some of us not being able to actually go into the office and work. We got a frontliner on with us tonight. So she gets to talk about what that looks like. We got some special guests in the house as well. So if you got any questions, let us know. We're gonna follow. We're all following on our phones or tablets or whatever have you. So questions will be answered. So tonight, I am your host, Makita Moore. Hi. I have Yoli Cox with me.
Hey.
I have Crystal Iris. I have Marquita Rogers and Centrisa Wilson. They are all on tour with me. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Do us a favor and hit the share button, as this little piece of hair just not acting right. It's always one.
I think it's adorable.
I've been battling whether or not I was ready to cut them off.
I seen that.
Yeah, for those that know about locks and that dread journey, I got these, or I started them when I was in a real bad place, right? I was in a real depression state. I was like, I have nothing else to do with my hair, so why not? So eventually I'm going to have to cut this off because it may be holding me back from something. It's time to shed this and start new. However, I also hearing in my ear to wait till I move because I'm doing another state move. So I know for sure they're coming off when I get to Memphis, if not before.
New chapter.
You know, as they say, I got hang time now, so I'm really not trying to cut my hair off. But you know, going with the whole spirituality of them, the ends of these happened when life wasn't as easy. Life wasn't as good. So it's time for me to kind of shed those off. So who wants to jump in, right? Because y'all know this is Candid Conversations. We never have a script. This will never be scripted. I don't send out questions before we get on the live. We are Candid Conversations and we have a great time doing it. So share, and come on, guys. So I want to talk about what life looks like right now.
So so for me, my full-time job is teaching for an LPN program. I have 4 children. I'm a wife.
Help us, Jesus.
And I have other jobs that I do. So I work for a clinic, on the weekends, and I also work for a plasma center, which is greatly needed at this point right now. So because I no longer have the events that I was doing throughout the month, I spend more time at the plasma center because teaching, as you all know, that teaching has been shut down. So I can't even go to the school and teach my students hands-on. It's all done by Zoom. And then my own children are also learning Google Classroom. I have an 8th grader and a high schooler, a 12th grader that was supposed to come out and
So
graduate this
both
year.
of your babies were supposed to graduate. That is
Yes.
so sad.
Yes. So now there's nothing for them. So going to the plasma center, there's still people that donate diligently. They come in on a regular basis. But because we don't know what they have going on outside of the plasma center, and plus we got, we're at home, people still outside. I just rode past a bunch of people and I was just like,
The traffic has been awful today. Like,
Yeah.
for 2 seconds to pick up something, and I was like, what is this? Did somebody
I
open the
wanted
world
to-
up and didn't tell me?
I wanted to tell people, to tell Uncle Pete, cousin Susie, and Auntie Jermaine that this ain't cool. Like, if y'all ever want to go back to normalcy, like, I mean, that beer can wait. And whoever you socializing with, they ain't making you no dollar, they ain't making you no sense, they ain't making you nothing. They make you look stupid. So then when I see Facebook, I'm scrolling, oh, my Auntie Jermaine just passed away. You know why? Because she was sitting in that same lot that she's been sitting in with them
Yep.
same people, and they've been spreading corona with each other. And they all have other issues like heart disease, diabetes that they ain't took care of before corona. So that's why they died. And I don't want to be mean about it, but that's the truth. Like, it's the hard truth, because people are ignoring what it really is. Like, stop acting like it's not there. Just because you ignore it don't mean it's not there.
Crystal, what was you gonna say? Come on in.
I was gonna say, I think that you started off pretty well talking about your hair. I think that this is a season where a lot of people are thinking about, shedding some things. For
Yeah.
me,
I did mine in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
yeah. So like for me, like I'm not cutting my hair this year because y'all know I'm getting ready for a wedding. But
Menopause is real, y'all, just so y'all know.
prayer for September, we will still have our wedding. But I am but like maybe a year or two ago, I cut my hair too. Like, I was out of a relationship and was like, this is so old, and I just started clipping my hair. So I think, that's what we do. We do feel like when you cut your hair, like you're starting a new chapter.
Liberating. It's so liberating. So liberating.
Yeah,
I did mine in the beginning of the year because I was like, I don't know what's really me. And I talked to my cousin about it, and she was like, you need to go back to your short hairdo. It really became you. And like,
I don't know,
let
y'all.
people see your face. Let people see your face. You are hiding behind something. And ever since
I've been bald, I've been long, I've been, yeah. I don't know, yeah. So, Crystal, how you feel? Tell us how you feel with this whole
hair thing.
So there's a thing. It's like, I feel good because I do have more time, and I like being in my house anyway. I like being in the house. I like meditating. I like learning about myself, and doing the things that I like to do, creating and operating in my purpose from a distance. I like that anyway. So on that,
She
in
say
that
from a
spectrum,
distance,
like,
y'all.
I'm serious. Like, when this went down, I wrote me an ebook. I was like, oh, what do my people need right now? I did an ebook about tapping into your peace. I'm like, I'm in my element right now. Like, these are my people.
Right.
That's the so personally, I feel good, but there are some family members and some close friends that have been impacted by this. So that makes me sad, of course. My mother is immunocompromised. She's a survivor of breast cancer. And so I'm constantly thinking about her. Like, my brother and my dad lives in the home with her, and they are essential workers. So they're going in and out. And I'm just like, oh, I kind of cringe, just thinking like, I hope y'all sanitizing everything,
Take some shoes off at the door.
Yeah. Right. Y'all better keep it together because I need my mama now. Y'all cool, but I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding.
I gotta.
We so serious. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
protect
get
mama.
it.
it's a
So
lot. It's really a lot.
yeah, and my fiance, he is also an essential worker, so he also frequently have to go out of the home too. And it's just like, you know, where you have the faith and you're comfortable, you're
Mhm.
also you have that snippet of like a
Yes.
little bit of paranoia or caution, and it's like, so it's eerie, it's different, but at the same time, I'm okay, I'm at peace.
Yeah.
I'm still working. I'm able to work from home with my business and with my full-time job. I'm a guidance counselor at an alternative school, but I feel terrible because with students who are, you know, in special education, they have these social emotional problems. They are already
Delayed.
different from the main school, you know, and the things that they're able to participate in. And now they've been working, like our seniors have been working so hard to make sure that they meet the deadlines to graduate. You know, I'm pushing them. And now with this, I feel bad for them because there's a lot against them already.
Yep.
And it's just, I don't feel good about it for them.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
My senior, it has hearing loss, so he is in the diverse learning.
I never knew. See what you learn on Facebook. Like,
yeah.
when I tell y'all, my girls got stories. They got stories. They got real life situations, real life every single day situations, right? So real life.
It has been drama even getting him to senior year. It was like tugging a doggone 18-wheeler. Like, I'm working with his diverse learning teacher, his hearing impaired teacher. I'm just, you know, and he gets to a point where he's depressed about things, and then he don't want to talk about it. You know, he gets into the shell, and then we get a burst of energy, and then we get to the finish line, and he's back down again. So it's a whole process with him, and now he's at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
With how many friends? He ain't. I mean, I don't know. He got one friend that I know of. So the motivation, I've always been aware that he is prone to depression, that he's not the same, that he may have issues. So I've always been able to tap into him to make sure that he is okay. But with this, the fact that you can't, you know, he doesn't even have the freedom to even go outside and socialize, which is something that usually helps him in this time. And I don't ever want him to be negatively impacted, but I always talk to my children to make sure that they're okay, and we're gonna figure this out. So what I've been doing is, after I'm done on Zoom teaching my students, I'm trying to take them doing driving lessons in a remote place to try to kind of lift their spirits up, like, oh, you doing that? All right, you gonna drive them to the grocery store? Yeah.
See, you're one of the good moms. I also have kids that I work with that aren't in okay home. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They're not in okay home. So I'm worried about those babies as well. Like,
it's so scary because I was one of those children. I wasn't in a diverse learning program, but I was one of those children who lived in that type of home. And so it's so scary to know that they're left. It's so scary.
Be there without us. Wow. Jolie, honey, let me tell y'all, we had such an amazing time. Like, all of the ladies that's on now have done they've done their interviews. So you need to go to YouTube, look at those, honey, because we had a ball. All of my ladies are amazing, right? Jolie, what are you doing in this season?
Honey,
look, if you want to lose some weight, call her.
So busy.
I'm gonna stay away from that. Okay.
So busy. I was just telling somebody the other day that I feel like my life has gotten busier since the everything that people are experiencing, the reset.
Crystal, like, yep, me too.
Yeah, I don't understand the being able to, you know, kind of pull back. I try to. I have to insert that me time, the reset time in there for myself. But I'm going to school, so I'm getting a master's degree. And so I've got that going. I have
doctorate over here. Yep. Crystal's doctorate. Yep.
Yeah, girl, you had that terminal degree because
So, well,
35 years old going back to school. So those of you who are out there who are interested in going back to school, if you are my age or older, go and do it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I want you to know from a real person that does not sit down for any length of time to do
Yeah.
This
I
way
have
It's
my neck-
tough.
okay?
It's very tough. Yep, I know what you mean.
Any of this is the most difficult process, but it is so very rewarding.
Yes.
So I'm really excited at the fact that I'm able to do that and work from home because I work for a pharmaceutical company. So
Okay.
the time that I am spending with my team now is so different. They're used to being in the field, and I'm a trainer. And having them home to try to do that means more work for me. So
Yes.
I've got school, I got my own brand I'm trying to figure out too. So you asked me what I'm doing, everything. I'm doing everything.
Everything and
Yeah.
nothing. Yes. Yes.
Stay fit, I'm
Everything. Oh my God.
Yes.
every
everything.
You know,
I have a
all of our
problem with the
stories.
idle mind situation. Oof.
It's all of our stories. It's so crazy because I was in school, I was working a full-time job and an almost full-time job being an assistant manager with Lane Bryant. I just feel like right now, yes, I do know there's a pandemic. I'm not negating that in any way. But
Right.
sometimes you need to sit down and focus.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
there needs to be
Yeah.
a
I think we
focus.
do too much. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because-
There needs to be a
Yeah.
focus. Like Crystal, you just put up the other day that you had to take a kind of break, right? You was like, I
Yeah.
need to get some stuff done. And I was like,
I needed to focus on my dissertation because I'm like, there's no way I got this much time allotted, because before this went down, I was just praying I was like, look, I need to get off a few days of work to just focus on my revisions. And then
Yeah.
bam, this,
And there you
so
go.
I was
Yeah. I was saying the same thing.
but
Like my brain won't shut up. My brain won't stop
yeah,
working.
But then I got into like a creative space and I just wanted
Yeah.
to create. Like I'm a healer. So I'm like, oh, my people need me right now. So I had to push out the ebook, push out courses and all types of stuff. And then I was like, okay, Crystal, you gotta get it back together, baby. This doctorate still needs to get done in 2020, if at all
Yes.
possible.
Yes.
So I had to
Yes.
take some
It
time
sounds
off
like you just get off track
stuff
from,
like this.
I was
But
completely off track, even with working. And because somebody asked me, they was like, how you working 2 jobs and you got the tour and you got, I'm like, I'm just gonna make it happen. Because I too am in school. So I was just like, I'm just gonna make it happen. And God was like, just sit down, honey. Sit down.
the people that I work with are always like, you are Jamaican. What you doing this week? Because I work full-time as a instructor, a nursing instructor, and I teach peds and OB, but I also like mentor the students. I guide them. I do tutoring and all this other stuff at the school in Willing. And then I have to come home and deal with my kids. That's another one. I'm a wife, another one. And then on Saturday, every other Saturday, I'm at the gynae clinic. And then
That's a
after the
lot.
gynae clinic, after a gynae clinic, I'm at the plasma center on Saturday and Sunday. And then if I'm not in the air or at an event, I am, so they like, how many jobs you got? Like, how much money you got? Don't ask me about my money. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Because yeah,
About my money.
Centrisa, oh my love.
You've been so
I know, let's shut up and let
Listen,
you
it's
talk,
my
Chris.
it's my time to breathe. While y'all are talking, I'm just relaxing. It's my
Listen here, this breathing thing. I don't know about y'all, but I used to be like, is it Monday already? Like, I
yeah.
just need one day in between Sunday and Monday. Because that's my day. Because, on Saturday, you got running around, you got laundry or whatever. And then on Sunday, you probably go to church or you do some other stuff. You just need that one day between Sunday and Monday. Maybe they gave us 2 months
Yeah.
between Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So what's life
2 months.
like for you? What are you doing? What are you doing? What's life?
It's so funny when you started talking about hair, and I was sitting here and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, so I was in a bad relationship a few years ago about 5 years ago, and I cut my hair off. It went natural. I felt like I had no control over anything but my hair. right?
That's
So
crazy. A woman that changes her hair changes her life. I don't want to cut my hair off though.
yeah.
Change
So now I'm like, okay, I want to get a relaxer. I'm thinking, and I'm like, I know, the natural hair thing is the end thing, right? So I'm like, but for me, I feel like this period is a little over right now.
Mhm.
Just I feel like I'm evolving into something else, and I think that it's going to start off with my hair. So I've been kind of like processing that and battling it back and forth. But the more that I do, some people are like, oh, you should lock. And I'm like, I don't want to lock. I'm not ready for that. But I just
More
know
than
that when
emotion.
I went natural, it wasn't because I wanted to try something new. It was really because I was in a really bad place. And I felt like that was the only thing I could control. So now life has shifted, and full-time entrepreneurship and working my business, and then also writing, which is a whole totally different platform. I know you were saying that like you've been lumped into anthologies, and it seems like I've been lumped into like guest blog appearances, right? So like, so it's just I'm in a totally different place now. And then between that, and then I'm trying to homeschool my son. He's in high school, first year, ninth grade high school, and his school is small, so the structure is different. They don't Zoom necessarily every day, but it's still trying to keep him on track. And you know what it's like to
Yes.
keep high schooler on track.
Yes.
It's like rap music. You
Absolutely.
don't want quiet to
She
study.
said that likes rap music.
Yeah,
What?
it's just because I'm like, cut it down. Can you focus? And he changed his whole schedule. He's up all night, sleep late.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Yes.
you have to schedule out your time because now you're failing. And he was like, I try to do the work. And I'm like, you have to pace it out, during the course of the week. And they give them so much. So I'm here in Jersey, and so it's a little bit different. They closed our schools for the rest of the year a couple weeks ago. So we already knew that
Right.
they
Y'all
were
got it
closed.
first. Yeah. Yeah.
So we've been shut down. They've been battling. And then I live in Newark. So like Newark is different, even though we have a curfew of an 8 o'clock curfew. But then like Newark, like on Mondays, now they're shutting everything down on Mondays. Like all stores is closed, everything's closed, stay in the house, they're giving out tickets, everything. So like life is really different. I told my boss Friday, I took a mental day because it's, they don't want you, now they don't want you outside. Our rate is climbing in New Jersey as it is in
New York.
same way it is in New York. Yeah. So, like I'm home, but it's kind of like, and the people that I supervise are in India. So then we had a period when India was closed due to the virus. So then we had to take on all their responsibilities again because we outsourced so many positions that when they shut down, we had to do the work. So then I told my boss, like, I'm taking a mental day. I was like, I can't. I'll go from one room to the next, to the next, to the next.
Yeah.
And, they don't really, they
Clean
close
these
down
rooms
cars.
a million times.
Now I just get in the car and go. I don't even like going to the supermarket. You got to stand outside. It's a
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about standing outside these supermarkets.
You got to stand outside. You got to wear a mask and gloves. So it's just a process. Yeah, you can't go. So for me, it's just like I try to engulf myself in other stuff, hence another book or hence, something else. So
yeah.
Y'all don't even understand how this has impacted. Like, so I never get mad about my age because I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 in September. And in my 42 plus years of living, they've never shut the world down, right?
Exactly. Yes.
They've never shut the world down. In my 42 and a half or 42, however many months living. So this is new, right? This is new to us. This is new to the world. This is new. And now we expect these children or adolescents or teenagers to come in and be like, oh, okay, I know what to do. No, we all learning. We all are like, so what's next?
Yeah. I got 3 teenagers,
on that point.
14, 16, 18, and then I have a 5-year-old who don't know why she can't go to school. That he having to explain to.
Wow.
Yoli,
go ahead.
Just kind of looking at what normal used to look like.
That's not gonna happen.
And throwing that out the window. Even for our children,
you gotta throw it away.
Any of the people that are around us, stop trying to make it something that it isn't. And I had a client. I talked to them about their children, about them. I know you're used to getting up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I get it. So now your sleep pattern is thrown off. Allow that to be. Embrace whatever is going on and allow
Can I sleep at night though?
some grace.
Yeah.
In there.
Can I sleep at night?
Look.
I just want one night
Some
sleep.
nights that I won't go to sleep until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it the following day because now I'm tired at 1 and I need to take a nap. I'm gonna take the nap. It's the same for the kids. It's gotta be the same. You used to seeing them get up, leave, go to school, and then they come back
for some hours.
They don't have that. Allow them the same grace that you're allowing yourself. Otherwise, everything is going to be completely thrown off as the year goes on. You got
and people are resisting because of that. Yeah.
I never want to say let's go back to normal.
No,
because
I don't even know what it
didn't work.
Like. It's not gonna
It didn't work anyway.
Even if it didn't work anyway. It didn't work anyway.
It didn't work. What's new normal? What do you think new normal is going to look like?
I think new normal is walking around with masks. I think new normal is social distancing.
Wait, look, yeah, I think they are going to do it forever. I think they are because they were talking about now in the office having the offices reconstruct and put the desk again 6 feet apart.
Social distancing
changing the meeting rooms. And then it's so crazy because they just made open floor plans in most companies. So now they got to put you back in cubicles.
Because they wanted you to socialize.
But now they don't want you to socialize. So I think that.
Okay. Crystal, I'm pulling you in because we work in schools. How are we going to make this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you work in an alternative school. I work in a charter school.
Yeah,
because we've got 25, 30 kids in a classroom. How are we going to make this? Like, Crystal, help me out here. How are we making this work?
And kids like to touch each other.
I really don't know. I think because this online thing don't work for our kids. Like, they are on an extended spring break. And so even at the start when they were just saying, like 2 weeks or something like that, we would be on this shutdown. They thought that, okay, I'm on spring break. I have not been able to get them motivated at all. So if, and for me, like my school is a part of a for-profit company. So we are contracted with the district. And I don't know what that's going to mean now that they have extended it because we can't fulfill our contract without having our kids. And so, so I don't know. I really don't know what's about to happen as far as like my job. The only thing I can think of is that they continue to do like the online structure or maybe do more Zoom chats and things like that. But our kids, like, they're not interested. Like, that's why, it would be different if they were successful at the homeschool. Then
at least they had that to start off with.
But our students, they come to us because of truancy. They come to us because of drug usage and things like that, behavioral issues. We can't really service them without them being in our building. We do have a few students that are very motivated, and that's just their personality. They got that slight paranoia. That's their disability or whatever. But we have so many more. The majority of our students are not motivated, and I have no idea what we're about to do. What this is going to look like for us. No idea.
Crystal, are you in Chicago?
I am.
Okay. Yeah.
It is because she's in the suburban part of like Northwest, right?
Yeah, the district that I work for is Naperville district. But I live west suburb, Berwyn.
Okay.
So you think
you down the street from me, girl?
Girl, where you at, girl?
About the
girl, I'm Starmac.
Girl,
I'm in the city though.
A lot of partners. I just want y'all to know. I know all y'all addresses, and it's a lot of y'all that live like blocks away from each other and don't even know y'all live blocks away from each other.
There will be wine, no chill. There will be plenty of space. I just ordered some chairs from Wayfair and got them in here.
So listen, what do you think
Me and
is
Yoli the
going
only
to happen with all of the jobs? Do you really think that they're going to continue to let us work from home the way? Because okay, so let me go
in
back.
the school system.
I
No,
work for United Healthcare, right? But for United Healthcare, and I can say it out loud because it is what it is. I was attached to a phone 8 hours a day. So I was taking
Yeah.
calls. So they knew that I was working that 8 hours a day. Because baby, if you was 1 minute from break or whatever, they was like, hello, what you doing? They were typing like, hi, what are you doing? So now with the school system, there's no way to say we're working, right?
Nope.
For real. I mean,
Yeah,
we
'cause
got
that's what it is.
deliverables and all of
Most
that,
knows
but
it's 5 hours, but then after those
what
5
do you
hours,
do? What is that going to look like in terms of job?
you know
They're
what?
not going to pay you 45 plus to stay at home.
They not. And I know for me, especially because I'm not a teacher, I'm the guidance counselor. I help them to get what their next steps are. They can, with the amount of like homeschooling, there's so many people now that are interested in homeschooling. You know, they can get on
phase you out.
platform now and just do online learning if that's what it's going to be. They don't need us. If it was me, I would just create some different programs for y'all to sustain y'all kids, but I don't need the employees.
Yes.
As a business perspective, I don't need them. And so I was just having a conversation with my fiance today. I said, baby, look, I don't know what my job is going to look like within the next few months. Like, because I work for a for-profit company, the school is only a section, is only one program amongst like an adolescent unit, residential unit, and stuff like that. The rest of the building is still operating. I can see them trying to take us and like place us in different units, but that ain't what I signed up for. So I'm not doing that.
Right. So what do you guys think, Centrisa and Yoli? What does life look like if this is the new norm? To be at home, what does that look like for you?
Well, there are some people responding to us online too that are talking about it. We've got a few people here. Chris says, in general, people have very short attention spans. As soon as this cycles through, things will eventually return to what our normal was.
I don't believe so, though.
And then Stephanie said the online schooling definitely needs more structure in CPS. It's terrible. The teachers are sending messages overnight to children to try to help them move forward. Yolanda Rivers, unemployment will become a bigger issue when we go back to new norm. And then Karen says, but the problem is the virus won't allow it. When we try to return to an old normal, the virus is going to remind us that it's not possible, as it will claim lives again. So, and I hear that. It's when it comes to new normal and what it looks like for me, and I don't know, I live in a very different space because I've been working from home for a really long time. So the only thing that has changed for me is my team that was in the field is now at home, and now I got to deal with them being at home and they don't know how to be at home. So I have to create, so what would normally be a coaching course that I would create on the outside for the Let It Out brand, I got to create for the corporate environment for each individual team. Now, granted, I'm grateful that they pay me, but I ain't getting paid no extra. So
I know, that's the feeling, right?
To put courses together to coach and counsel on in the corporate space. Maybe that was the lesson for me. Maybe the lesson for me in this space is my new normal will be to start thinking more globally around corporations that need something for people that are at work on the outside, field related, what they're supposed to do when they get inside, if it happens again. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at those things. So new normal for me is just to kind of think through what this cycle is and what it should be delivering from me as the coach, and you all too, from the coach's perspective, what we should be giving to the people on the other end of this pandemic. because our gifts are our gifts. We got to do
Yeah.
something with them, right? We can
Yeah.
sit here and talk about new normals for us and how we can't wait to go do stuff, but we still got the gifts that we've been given to do something for other people. And we can't sit
Right.
around and just bless ourselves. That don't work. We wouldn't even be online right now if that was the case.
True.
But then
True.
to take what we've learned in the meantime, so that after this, right, we can
There
find
she
our
go, y'all. She always make me want to fall out my chair.
plug. You know how I roll. To help the people once we get through this, what does that look like? What does that look like coming from Crystal, who is the master of being able to pull people into a space and center themselves into what their purpose is and where they need to go based on that quiet time, right? Whatever your gift is, if you can't take it and do something with it after this, I'm gonna need you to
Yeah.
get back to God and start over.
What is your purpose in this purpose? Because
Yeah.
It's our purpose.
Yeah.
In this purpose. That's a
Yeah.
good question.
I mean, this is my time.
Yeah.
This is the time
So
for my
Centrisa,
people.
what does life look like for you? Like, because you are if I'm not mistaken, you are a full-time entrepreneur, correct?
No.
Okay.
No.
See?
No. So I work in the financial sector for our advertising and marketing company.
Child. No.
Dora is dead. So what for me, and I think I just had this conversation with my immediate supervisor. There were some issues that we had last week, and because he didn't understand, is somewhere in his mind, if he says hello and I don't respond back, that doesn't mean I'm not working. That just means that I might be busy.
I'm busy.
Can we not even talk about that, okay? Because your email just came in, the network ain't even brought your email over, and you talking about what am I doing? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of one of the issues I had to address, and I had to help him to clearly understand with the help of HR that everybody's normal is different. I gotta run to the store before the stores close at 6:00, so I can't be in front. But if I don't miss a beat, and then also working from home is not like before when I worked from home, when I could just be here, everybody's going, and I have the house and the internet. Now I have other responsibilities on top of my working from home. What I have learned though in this experience and what my new normal is starting to look like, that my clients are increasing. And that's because dealing with clients who deal with trauma, who deal with sexual assault, who deal with domestic violence, those things that they're starting to deal with now. A lot of people are self-evaluating themselves and they're realizing that I got hidden secrets or I got things I need to push past. So now my clientele is different and the shift is different because everybody was so busy before that they never had a chance to deal with themselves or deal with those issues, that now they're sitting down and it's quiet and those things are coming up. And now they're like, oh, you know what, I'm trying to move past. I want to be an entrepreneur, but I got these things holding me back. So I see that it's a time for me now where God is like, okay, well, I prepared you for this. And, this is what we're going to do. It's not a place for me to be silent and quiet and just to say, I'm dealing with my life myself. That's selfish, right? So, and like you said, Yoli, if you don't get it, you got to go back and reset yourself, because when God puts you in position, you have to be ready to kind of go, and you can't be so scared and so hesitant to use your voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Losing your voice at this time, especially for those of us that we believe we're walking in purpose anyway, because everybody that's on the AOT tour has said the same exact thing. I believe that I'm supposed to be here. There were other reasons, but that main reason, I believe I'm supposed to be here. So we already kind of walk in that purpose. So my question to all of us to really kind of ponder on or think about is, with this purpose, how do we help? How do we help? Like you just said, Centrisa, your thing is your clientele this building because people are really having time to sit with themselves, right? I had that time. Disclaimer, yeah, that's me. I actually had time to sit with Makita, and I had to tell Makita, third person, I had to tell her, like, girl, what you thought you were doing, you're not really doing. You know what I'm saying? You still got some wounds you need to heal. You still got some wounds you need to close, and allow to heal from the inside out. And that's hard if we've ever anybody has ever had surgery where they couldn't sew you up. You had to have an open wound and pack that wound and all of that and allow it to heal. There are some things that I still need to heal. Like for me, I get so caught up on if I fail, I just don't do it. That part right there for me in this season has ended.
Yeah.
What if, because if you don't do it, then you've already failed.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you've already failed. So there are doors that's opening for the organization. There are doors that's opening for me on a personal level. And I just want to take what God has given me and just kind of run with it, because there are so many people that are lost. Like, for instance, my babies that are at home with the abuser or the molester or whatever have you. There are women that are home with the abuser, the molester, the rapist. They're home with that person. And I don't even want to say man, because as I've learned, it could be male, female.
Or female.
Then there are people that are realizing that they have a story. Guess what? I went through this. Oh my God, I can't, you know what I'm saying? They're now realizing they have that story to tell. So I got an abundance of people that are inboxing me like, how do I become a part of, or how do I tell my story? So for me, I just feel like right now is the time that we really need to figure out that purpose. If we haven't, I don't think anybody on this phone hasn't figured that out, but those that are listening, right? That purpose, that thing that wakes you up in the middle of the night, that thing that you just can't stop thinking about, that vision that you see so very clearly but don't know how to get there. Now is the time to work on that. Now is that time. We may never get back to what we thought was normal, and it didn't work. So I don't really want to go back to normal. I don't know about everybody else. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to normal. I want to go to good life. What we had before was filled with too much. It was just
sorrow, sadness, just
Why can't let's
angry and displaying that anger on everybody else? People who are hurt that don't know how to deal with that hurt.
You know, if we look at, you know, just the statistics of, you know, just what's happening, right? 13,000 COVID deaths since October last year, 60K from the flu. So, you know, we're dealing with, yes, a virus. Virus comes in many forms, right? But why did this one sit us down? Why was it time for this one to reset us? Why was it time for this time?
If I fall off this chair, don't y'all laugh, okay?
Pull us all back to begin again, that's a big part of what I talk about all the time, the begin again theory and what it is we need to do. Your dissertation
feels like Noah's Ark.
The normal, like Marquita was talking about, trying to figure out that for the people that she cares for. Like all of these things are happening now. Why? And why have we been put in charge? Because we have been. Why have we been put in charge to get this done? So you talking about healing and how important that is. I didn't even know I had abandonment issues until this whole thing started. I was like, wait a minute, I got to deal with something. I was fine just going about my daily life, just taking on project after project, doing stuff. I still got to deal with that. I still have to deal with trying to heal, but I ain't fully healed from being divorced, getting in and out of relationships, packing bags, putting on the shelf, forget it. I don't care about these people. I still have to deal with those things in order to move forward. So I think as coaches, as leaders, we've been put here to not just take care of ourselves. Once again, it's about taking care of ourselves, but now we know how to create steps to help others, which is what, you know, if we do that, if somebody walks away from this particular platform with an understanding of the healing has to start and we have to be for real about it, honest with what the healing is. Who wants to say out loud, I have abandonment issues? I didn't want to say that out loud.
Not out loud. I can tell
Especially
myself in the
you
mirror, but
looking
I can't
crazy
tell
while
you.
doing it. No, it feels crazy to say
Yeah,
that I'm hurt.
I'm
You know,
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
People have hurt my feelings.
like you ain't hurt. You look like your limbs are fine. You don't look like you're bleeding.
Yeah,
Yes, my heart hurts, but
Yeah.
my heart hurts. My
yeah.
heart hurts.
So you have to take a step back and then understand what those steps look like. So, and I know you all could talk about it. I've seen, I go on y'all pages all the time just to kind of see what's happening in the people that I've surrounded myself with. I want to know how you all are
Yeah.
helping others heal. I look for those things, and we all kind of say the same things. You got to write it down. You got to be honest with yourself. You have to make sure that when you are talking to other people, you're not putting on a mask, talking about, oh yes, all is well every single day. Praise the Lord. No,
I'm perfect. You're perfect. It's okay.
well, some days I don't feel like saying praise the Lord. That's just what it is.
I think a lot of people misunderstand what coaching is. And it kind of irks my nerves.
That part. Wait a
It
minute.
irks
You
my
can't
nerves
just say that.
because
Slow down. You can't just say that and keep going. Say it again.
like,
They
when you
don't know what coaching
coach-
really is.
Yeah,
Come
when you
on.
said that you're a coach or you said that you're a life coach, people expect you to have your life perfectly together.
No.
Yeah,
The
but
assumption
nobody's
is-
perfect.
And I'm like, no, the
Nobody's
reason why
perfect.
we're life coaches is because we done been through some shit, okay? But the
Sugar, honey, iced tea.
difference between me and you might be that I know how to get myself up out of here, and I can help
Yeah.
you do the same thing.
Get
So a lot of
yourself up
times,
there, yeah.
when I do courses and things like that, or I call them journeys or 10-day journeys and things like that, I'm on the journey with them because it's some stuff all the time. Like, yes, I could teach you how to eliminate distractions. I could teach you how to discover your purpose. And at the same time, I'm at a different level. Though maybe I have to go a little bit deeper with my own healing. And maybe I got to go a little bit deeper with my purpose, and my purpose expands and things like that. So yes, we're going to do this together. The difference, like I said, is that I know how to get myself up out of here. Like, I got the tools. You may not have the tools. It don't mean I got it together all the time. It means that
Right.
I can coach myself through it, or I know how to get the resources in order to get stuff done.
It's
I don't
like
know
climbing
about
a
the
mountain
same for
almost.
Preachers too.
Right.
They said it's the same for preachers.
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost like climbing a mountain, right? So you got levels. So you got like maybe the Odyssey Fun World where you got this little wall and you're climbing up that wall, right?
Mhm.
But then you got outside mountains that might be 8 feet tall or whatever have you. But then you got the mountains that you like, whoa, who about to climb that? Who gonna get on that? So it's like climbing mountains. I've done the Odyssey Fun World wall. Now I need to teach you how to do the Odyssey Fun World wall.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you get through with that wall. Now you need to climb the 7-foot wall or the 8-foot wall, because I've already surpassed that wall. Let me bring you along with me so we can climb this wall, because I can promise you.
I used
You're
to
gonna get
always
to one
say, like,
part
I
and you
could
go-
give good advice. Why I can't follow the advice that I give? Why? Because I'm not at that level. That's
You
not
wanna
the
know
level
what?
that I'm at.
That is 75% of people. Not men, not women, not boys,
That's
not
why
girls. 75% of women.
Therapists.
I mean, people.
Mm-hmm.
They give advice because it's good, and they know that that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But when it comes to me, I don't see that. I don't see that. That's just like your best friend can tell you how to keep a man and she ain't got one. Oh, okay.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything at that point.
I was just saying.
You be so mad.
How you
Yes.
gonna tell me right?
We got hearts and smiles on that one.
I'm just.
That is a good one. I like that one. That's a great example.
I've been for a long time, right? Because I put up a status earlier, like, what if I told you? Because I just kind of wanted to see what people would say. What if I told you that I was no longer single? You know how many inboxes I got? Like,
I saw that.
Nikita, who is he and what does he? First of all, the question only says, if I said that I was no longer single, would you believe me? The question was, would you believe me? Not that I got a man, not that I'm not single no more. I simply asked.
Not that I'm close.
I got so many inboxes. I was like, calm
Well,
down,
I
y'all.
didn't inbox you, but I was in my head like, oh, I wonder if it was that dude that had cooked for her.
Not bad.
I didn't message you, but when I saw it, I was like,
So you see what I'm saying? So when I tell y'all, I want a new normal. I am the first to admit I want a new normal. I want something brand new. I
Yeah.
don't want to relive the past. I
Mm-mm.
don't want to relive what we've been through. I don't ever want to see this again. And I just believe from a spiritual standpoint, sometimes you have to stop everything in order to start over.
Right.
yeah.
So,
Things got to be
yeah.
broken down in order to start, rebuild.
Yeah.
Rebuild.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
begin again principle is exactly that. That's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
so recovering from mistakes, recovering from, oops, I guess that didn't work out that time. Oh, the relationship didn't work. Whatever. Begin again. Every single
Yes.
day is that opportunity. No matter what has happened, I don't care how bad you think it is, you still have an opportunity to begin again. I don't care how much it hurt your feelings. I don't care how sad you was. I don't care if you laid in the bed, because that was me. I don't care if you laid in the bed and cried all year long. You couldn't figure out whether it was night or day, and all you did was eat all day long and go to sleep, get up, go to work, come back, and do the same thing all over again. It does not matter. If your begin again is real every single day, you will get closer to being able to push forward and do what it is you've been called to do. That's just how it is. I mean, I've been a health and wellness coach. I've been in this industry, right? From
Forever.
to health and wellness, going 15 years. I've been a size 4. I've been a size 8. I'm a size 8 now. Don't make no difference to me as long as I find the healthy part inside of me. Do I got the abs that I had when I was running Spartan races? No, but guess what? I'm a whole lot healthier now than I was running Spartan races because my mind is together and my heart is together.
Yes.
That's what I want people to understand. Because when you said the life coaching part, people don't understand that. Don't come to me just because you think to yourself, I'm about to help you get muscles all over you. Yes, I can do that. But what I also can do is make sure at 12 a.m. you're not getting up to get a bag of potato chips and sit in your bed and cry till 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the part about coaching that people should understand. We can do a lot of things. We still have gone through things that allow you to move to your new space. And that's really what normal looks like. Begin again. So yeah,
that's a word right there. That right, your normal. Yes, that's a word.
I received it all.
She always ended my show, y'all. She, if she was a judge, she'd have banged her gavel like, "Yep, we're done."
We're done.
Get
it together.
Online
We're
are
done.
saying this makes you honest with yourself. It does.
Yeah.
I see we have to step outside of ourselves and sit back and be still. I believe we needed this. So a lot of these comments, y'all, I promise you, we're on the same page. I believe we needed this, right? Because for me personally, I was going from one job to the next job, coming home, taking a shower, going to bed. I didn't hear what God had to tell me. So when this happened, God was like, I bet you're going to sit down now. And I was like, sir, don't.
Yes.
I don't know.
Because I work so many jobs because I run from things.
Yeah,
I run from my reality.
I'd be like,
I work because I'm running from a whole lot of stuff. So
see, that's a whole nother thing in itself. When I got the second job, people was like, well, why would you get a second job? You make good money where you're at. And I said, because I got bills and I got bills and I got bills. And they're like, did God tell you to get you a second job?
Lie.
Did God say get a second job? Because I believe you said that you was straight. And I was. I just think this was a reset, y'all. I really and truly do. I hate that it had the impact that it did on our tour. However, who's to say it didn't save us from something? Who's
Yes.
to say that we weren't supposed to be online? You know what I'm saying? And get that, hey, because if you notice, Zoom is popping right now. Zoom is major right now, from schools to, we even got therapists doing Zoom.
Gatherings.
Yes, they have.
They having Zoom birthday parties.
My job is having game night. I want to say Thursday via Zoom.
Oh, I just went to a sexy bingo.
On Zoom. So right now, and if you really want to think about it, think about, and this may not pertain to everybody on the phone or everybody on that's listening in, but think about your family life. How much time do you really have now to put into that?
With your family, yes.
To really think about
Yeah.
life and the kids, and some of us with some of
Conversation at
y'all
dinner time.
with husbands. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if God told me I needed a husband, but that's a whole nother show.
But I'm not married. I think it's Crystal. Who else is married?
Crystal's getting married in what, July? When is wedding?
September for me.
I'm
Okay, so-
married.
Okay.
Marquita's married. What you got going on, Shantricia?
I'm married.
So yeah, I don't know if that's I want a husband. I really and truly do, right? But God's still working on me.
He's working on me too, but I'm looking forward to it.
Really?
I wasn't in that space before until I met this person that I'm with now. I was not in that space at all. You couldn't have paid me to believe I was going to think about wanting to be married again. No, not after 18 years of being in a marriage that did not serve me very well for 12 of the 18 years.
My Lord.
We ain't gonna get it. You need another hour to go into all of that. Chris gonna have to do a whole thing.
We need a relationship.
Listen,
We are gonna come back. I want y'all to know, when I tell y'all that whole marriage thing scares me to no end. Cause baby, the minute I come home,
It's not scary.
scary ain't even a word.
It's scary because I don't want to fail.
It's just,
I said it. I said it out loud. I don't want to fail. I don't want it to look like it did before. I don't want to feel the pain that I had before. I don't want to go into, so all of the stuff that I was thinking about, I just told you I had abandonment issues, my God. So now I'm thinking about, whoa, I got to try this again, but I want to because I love them and all of the stuff that go along with it, but I don't want to fail.
My
Lord.
Lord.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother conversation. So what we do,
It sure is. And it can't be done on Zoom for me.
like we rolling or what?
Okay.
That's the key.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
come
we
back.
got another talk show to do, right?
Listen, we should. Love and marriage.
We are going to do a love and marriage conversation. But guys, I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all, the ones that tuned in, the ones that came in on us, who came in with us tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you as my ALT speakers. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. You have hung in there with us when everything had to be changed, rearranged, canceled, come back, all that good stuff. So I absolutely thank you, and I'm absolutely appreciative of all of your hard work, because it's hard to not know your
Thank you
schedule.
for the platform. Thank you for the platform.
Yeah.
Very, very,
I
very
love it.
appreciative.
I love you guys. I want you all to know that's tuning in. This is not over. This is AOT. If you want more, you might as well get a ticket, because we ain't going nowhere, baby. Because soon, I can't say soon as, because some of my speakers like, I don't know about you, Makita. I ain't going out there soon. But as soon as they release us and everything is clear, right? We are coming back. Our first destination is Houston. There has been a few changes to the schedule. However, we are here, whether it's on this here Zoom thing, because maybe I wish I had stock in Zoom. I'm gonna have But anyway, whether it's Zoom, Facebook Live, tune in to all of us. All of us. We are an amazing group of women and men. Yes, we are looking for men. Yes, if you want to tell your story. Speaking of men, I have a wonderful man on May 3rd. He is coming on along with an amazing brand. I call her a brand specialist. She said, I do content. Honey, she's going to explain the difference next in 2 weeks, May 3rd. So we got 2 people that's coming in on May 3rd to talk about relationships and forgiveness and branding and your business and all of that good stuff, May 3rd. So tune in for that. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It is 8 o'clock, unfortunately. So we have to end this show, but we will be back with some relationship stuff. You see these faces? They're coming back. We're going to talk about relationships because some of us is scared. Hey, okay, all right. So I thank you guys, and I will see you very, very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.